start. Once upon a time, there was a fox strolling through the woods. He spots a beautiful grapevine trailing on the bark and branches of a tree. The fox is filled with joy as the grapes look tasty and ready to burst with their sweet juices. With hunger and desperation, the fox tries to reach the tasty grapes. But the grapes are too high and unreachable, and hence the fox decides to jump and reach the lowest branch. He tries and tries but in vain. The poor fox walks a few meters away to take a running leap at the grapevine. The hanging grapevines appear near, but when the fox tries to jump and pluck them, they suddenly seem very far. The poor fox tries again and again, but has no luck. Disappointed and unsatisfied, he gives up and looks at the grapes with disgust. He frowns and walks away, thinking the grapes may be sour anyway, and says, "Why am I whining about eating grapes that are sour?" So friends, in this story the fox failed and left with bitterness. It is easy to give up, but the real strength is built when we keep fighting until we succeed. Also, we can ask for help from our friends or elders if we get stuck in a problem. Sunny day in the jungle, there was an elephant who was feeling lonely and wanted to make friends as she had none. So she strolled through the forest in search of friends. As she was wandering, she saw a monkey and tried talking to him. "Will you be my friend?" she asked. The monkey took no time and replied, "You are big and can't swing on trees as I can. So I can't be your friend." The elephant, disappointed, resumed its hunt until it came across a rabbit. "Can we be friends, rabbit?" The rabbit took a glance at the elephant and said, "You can't fit inside my burrow as you are too big. You are not considered to be my friend." The elephant was sad and then proceeded to search again until she came across a frog. "Hey frog, will you be my friend?" she questioned. "You are too large and heavy to jump like me," the frog answered. "I'm sorry, but you're not allowed to be my friend." The elephant tried to inquire the same to all the animals along her way, but she got the same answer repeatedly. The very next day elephant saw all the animals flee in terror. She approached a bear to ask about what had happened and what was going on. The bear informed that the tiger was hitting all of the small animals. The elephant was humble and wanted to save other animals, so she decided to meet the tiger and talk about this situation. When she met the tiger, she requested, "Please, sir, don't eat my friends, leave them alone." The tiger did not give importance to what the elephant said and he ignored it. The tiger asked the elephant to mind her own business and not to interfere in his matter. Seeing no other way to solve this problem, the elephant kicked the tiger hard and scared him away. The tiger was frightened of the elephant, and he decided to run away. And when other animals in the jungle heard about this brave story, they all agreed and said, "You are just the right size to be our friend." So friends, in the story, all the animals first thought that the elephant was too big and different to be their friend. But in the end, when the elephant scared the tiger, all the animals understood how good-hearted and helpful the elephant was, and requested to become his friend. So, this story helps us to understand that in friendship, the size doesn't matter, but the person does. Once upon a time, in a jungle, lived four friends, a deer, a crow, a turtle, and a rat. They were very good friends and spent most of their time together. One day, they saw a hunter coming toward them. All of them were terrified and ran for their lives. The crow flew to the highest branch of the nearby tree. The rat hid in a nearby hole, while the deer ran fast and hid in the bushes. The turtle, however, could neither hide nor run and was eventually caught by the hunter. The hunter put him in his sack and went away. The three friends then thought of a plan to save the turtle. The crow flew high to locate the hunter, and the deer followed him. As soon as they found the hunter, the deer overtook him from a different route and lay still at some distance, pretending to be dead. The hunter saw the deer and dropped his sack to run towards it. Meanwhile, the rat came to the spot and bit the sack with his teeth to free the turtle. On the other hand, the deer ran away in the dense forest as soon as the hunter came closer. The hunter was taken aback as to what had happened and returned to the place where he had dropped his sack. To his surprise, the sack was empty, and the turtle was missing. He returned home empty-handed, and the four friends celebrated their escape. So kids, in this story teaches us that there is strength in unity. Together, we are stronger. In the given narrative, the hunter was stronger than the four friends, and despite this, the animals worked together to save their friend. Similarly, in our life, we should always remain close to our family and close friends who are supportive and cheer for us come what may. Once upon a time, there was a tortoise in a jungle who lived life on his own terms. He was quiet, polite, and non-interfering. In the same town lived a rabbit who loved to talk about the very many awards he had won for always finishing first in a race. One day he came up to the tortoise and said, "Why don't you learn to walk faster? If you do, we can race someday." The tortoise only smiled at him and moved on. The rabbit was in a wicked mood. Every day, he would approach the tortoise at the same place and pass the same comment. One fine day, when the rabbit challenged him again, the tortoise replied, "All right, I accept the challenge." He looked around and saw the other jungle animals clapping their hands and cheering him on. A few days later, the race began. The entire jungle came to a standstill to see the result of this great challenge. When the race began, the rabbit overtook the tortoise within no time. His speed was remarkably high, making him cover a considerable distance on the track. When he was far behind to left the tortoise, the rabbit decided to stop running and rest for a while. He lay down under a huge banyan tree on one side of the track. The lovely shade of the leaves sent him into a deep slumber. Meanwhile, the tortoise ran with his slow speed without giving up and stopping. As time passed, he gradually caught up with the rabbit, who was still sleeping. The tortoise crossed by him and continued moving towards the winning line. Slowly but surely, the tortoise reached the finish line and won the race. The entire town started clapping for the tortoise. The loud cheers woke up the rabbit from his deep sleep. He woke up, not realizing what had happened. He rubbed his eyes and thought to himself, "Gosh, the tortoise must be still struggling." The rabbit got up and dashed towards the winning post. When he got there, he saw that, to his surprise, the tortoise was wearing the victory crown and all the other animals were congratulating him. The tortoise saw the rabbit from a distance and smiled at him. The rabbit sat down, regretting the action that made him lose the race against the slowest animal of the jungle. So friends, in this story, the rabbit lost the race despite being a faster running. He was overconfident and did not take the competition seriously. On the other hand, the tortoise was the slowest animal and yet did not lose confidence while competing with the rabbit. Not everyone is blessed with similar talents, but that does not mean one can't achieve a difficult goal. Hard work and perseverance always pay off. It is okay if you are slow, but it is more important that you are steady in the pursuit of your goal. So kids, I hope you have learnt that sometimes overconfidence leads to failure. So, we should never underestimate our competitor. Please do like, share and subscribe to our channel to listen such new moral stories.